This is Pat Morrow, and she plays Rita Harrington on Return to Peyton Place, and she was in the nighttime Peyton Place. And
that's right.
Pat, was it good to come back? Did you look forward to it, or did you kind of have to think about it?
I did think about it, but only in the sense that it might intrude on my law school career. But I really look forward to coming back and being Rita, on the show again, because I'd played the character for 5 years almost, so I knew it wouldn't be too hard to get back into the swing of things with her anyway.
Now wait a minute, do I understand then that after the nighttime Peyton Place went off, that you enrolled in law school?
Yes, after about a year I'd worked with kids with drug problems and boys on probation, young teenagers. And then I decided to go to law school.
And you weren't acting at all during this time?
No. And my dad is an attorney, and granddad and an uncle too, so it sort of runs in the family, and I've always wanted to be in law. So that was where I was going, and then the Return to Peyton Place came up, and they asked if I wanted to be on it, and I said, could I work only 2 days a week? And they said, sure, so here I am.
That's marvelous. How far along are you in the law career, or the law studies?
I'm in my second year, and I have almost 2 more years to go. So that's not too long. That's not too long at all.
And then do you plan to go into a firm, or what would you like to do?
Well, my dad wants me to practice with him, but his particular field is negligence. He's a defense attorney, and that doesn't interest me too much, but he gave me a very good piece of advice. He told me to wait till I'd finished all the courses and then decide what area interests me the most.
Yes, because it's expanding all the time, isn't it? I mean, the various areas that lawyers can go into.
Oh, it's tremendous. And as a matter of fact, this quarter I have California community property, and that's different from any other state in the union.
In what ways is it?
California laws vary, and separate property and community property is classified differently state by state. So California is a separate law unto itself. So anyone practicing in California would have a difficult time, as if I came to Texas, it would be, I'd have to learn a whole new set of rules. So you're right, it is a growing field.
We have a meteorologist on our station. As a matter of fact, he's part of this half hour that we're in right now. Ron Godby is his name, and he's an attorney. And he, all the time, he kept right on working as our meteorologist.
Oh, that's
and went
wonderful.
to SMU Law School. And now he's practicing. He's even a judge.
He's a judge?
It's a small little suburb, but he's I think, corporation court judge, I believe is what it is.
That's terrific.
Would you ever go into politics, do you think?
I hope to very much. I don't know if it's possible for a girl without, millionaire parents, without large corporate interests in back of me, but I would like to see if our system of government works well enough so that a person interested enough in politics and trained can run for office and be successful, if the public wants to vote for that one person, of course.
How do you feel about the Supreme Court decision in capital punishment? Have you given that any thought?
Well, we in California gave it a lot of thought because our California Supreme Court handed down the decision originally to ban capital punishment. There's been a lot of conflict in California, and we will be putting it on the ballot this November, whether the people in California want to have capital punishment back. The Supreme Court decision I thought was a good one. I'm in favor of it, and however, the California decision, if we can repeal our Supreme Court's decision, the people that are on death row will still be able to appeal to the Supreme Court in the United States. So I think it will be ultimately defeated. I don't think killing is a good idea, and it obviously has not stopped criminal conduct. So.
Have you read a book called The Super Lawyers? Do you know about that book?
No. Is it a new one?
Fairly new. I don't know exactly when it came out. I'm reading it right now, and I would certainly recommend that book to you. The Super Lawyers. It's about Washington attorneys, and it's so interesting. It's well written, and I'm just
I'd love to
enjoying
read it. I just read The Defense Never Rests by F. Lee Bailey. Have you read that one?
No, that one I haven't gotten to.
That's a good one, but I think I will get that one because a Washington politician-type lawyer is quite a separate breed, I think.
Yes, and this tells a lot of inside things about them, and I think it's a very objective book. Sometimes you feel things are a little slanted, but this man, kind of tells it like it is, the good and the bad.
I'm glad you told me. I'll get my father to read it too.
We've been sitting here talking like, she is a law student, and you'd think I had some great interest in it, and I don't accept that as laws affect all of us. But let's wind up here by talking a little bit more about Return to Peyton Place. Getting back to the original Peyton Place with Mia Farrow
Right.
and
Ryan O'Neal, Barbara Parkins.
Yes. Now, when you all were in that together, did you think that especially Mia and Ryan would go on to such super careers?
Yep.
Did you, Pat?
Yep, I really did.
Why did you think
I knew
so?
Ryan did because he has a personality, and he's funny. He just is such a warm, charming guy, and he knew he'd be a star. And anyone with that kind of self-assurance usually makes it.
Did he say, "I'll be a star
Yeah.
someday"?
Practically in those terms. No, it was even just so much a given that he didn't even need to say that. Mia was my best girlfriend on the show. She and I were very close, and she told me that she never wanted to stop working. And she hasn't, and I admire her tremendously, and I understand her latest movie is just fabulous. I see her when she comes to
Is
California.
that The Private Eye? What is it called?
Yeah. The Public?
I don't know, Public Eye.
Judith Chris just reviewed it and thought it was terrific, too.
You know, it's interesting to me that you say you were such good friends because everybody else I've ever talked with said that they never could get to know her.
She was the only one who was nice to me when I came on the show. I came onto the show after it had been on for 4 months approximately. Now, I was a newcomer. Nobody knew me. The show was already pretty well successful, and I was only supposed to be on the show for 2 weeks originally. And they finally signed me for a 5-year contract. But Mia was the only one who was nice to me. She took me to her dressing room. She showed me pictures of her family, and she said, "Don't worry," and she always had a smile for me. And she was the one who accepted me first, and I'll always be grateful to her for that.
Maybe it's because you're so easy to know, Pat. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
It's been a delight. It's so great to meet you.